The continuing adventures of emo goth chick. Or whatever.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
My character does look a bit dark. Didn't really take that into consideration.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
Dead Marines, dead colonists, and in the end we still didn't get that beacon.
Maybe you're right. Things went bad. Real bad. I still can't believe we lost Jenkins.
It was inevitable.
There's nothing we could have done to save him.
No, I know that. But I don't have to like it. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
There's something big coming. I don't want anyone messing it up. You read me, Lieutenant?
5 by 5, ma'am. Is there anything else before we head ashore?
Keep your concerns in check. You don't want to get a rep for questioning orders.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I messed around with some of the settings as well, because I had a look at the videos a bit closer, I suppose,
Yes, Commander?
and
Is there
realised
something you
that they
need?
were a bit fuzzy and a bit crap, so changed some of the textures, I think it was, and the sync rate to my monitor, I think. Can't remember now.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
When your number comes up, it's over. His did.
That's grim, Commander. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Not after Torfin. That must have been hell.
Every time you kill, it gets a little easier.
With all due respect, I'm glad you're on our side.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out. And you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Dead Marines, dead colonists. And in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
You saved a lot of lives, Commander. It might be hard to keep that in perspective with what happened to Jenkins.
I'm not looking for a shoulder to cry on, Williams. Just stay focused on your job.
Understood, ma'am.
Oh, it's the captain.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready.
Oh,
Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
no renegade points from him then. I thought I could go up to him and call him a dick or something like that, I don't know. Should I go and... bugger it, I'll go and look at the rest of the ship. We can do it this one time. And possibly others. Ooh.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for
My stuff doesn't come... Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses,
Oh yeah,
no goods.
licenses
goods,
of course, I
I'm
forgot
on a
about
job.
that. Oh, this'll tell you.
What are
I don't even need to
licenses?
bother.
Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
That guy is honestly the laziest member of the crew. Oh, I've got you some weapons, but I won't go and look for new ones. You have to. Fantastic. Great. Anyway. I'll buy these basic ones up.